speaker would see them and answer them at the end of his presentation. My name is Carlos, a product manager and trainer at Lean Icon Technology and Training. So Daniel, you are welcome.
Thank you, Carlos. And I'd like to say welcome to all who are joining us for today's session. I'd like to also use this opportunity to wish all on the call a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2024. And as we gather here to learn on product management roles and responsibilities and the career opportunities that exist within this space, we would reflect on also the reason for the season and use lessons from today's session to plan our year ahead on what our next career decisions would be and the opportunities that exist for us in product management. So before I go ahead, I'd like to know which market or which country our audience are listening to us from. So just go into the chat and type in where you are reaching us from. We appreciate product management is a fast-growing role. It differs from one market to the other. Some markets are more matured in the practices, like the US markets, the UK markets are much matured, and other markets are picking up. So we'd like to know where you are reaching us from, where you are listening to us from, so then we have a good understanding of our audience and tailor the content to them. So you could go into the chat, and as I present, you should tell us where you are reaching us from. Okay, great. So with that done, and we would jump straight into our presentation on product management. Okay, so we have okay from the UK, Lola from the UK market. Yes, so okay, great. So let's keep typing in where we're reaching from. Okay, we have also people from Ghana, also great. So the role of the product manager or product management as a role has gained a lot of popularity in recent times, and it's due to a variety of very good reasons. And that's what has brought us here today. So businesses are fast developing the product management capabilities needed for their transformation. And I'd like to, let's say, tell a brief story and to let us know how the role of the product manager has evolved over the period. So when we say a product could be tangible or intangible service that satisfies a customer's needs. So we have physical products like a car, selling of food at a restaurant. A product could be an experience. It could be a trip to Disneyland. That experience could be a well-crafted product that one could give to their customers. And now with digital transformation, we are having digital products also, and which are solely, let's say, software products. And we also have hybrid products, which is a combination of physical products and a digital product. So an example of a hybrid product could be our phones, which has the hardware and an inbuilt software. So providing us both experiences. So I would like to tell a brief story about a gentleman I know called Cosby. So Cosby started his business in 92 thereabout, providing pizza services. So would say this is Cosby, and Cosby has built his first pizza shop in his community to provide a service to his customers. So for him to provide the best of service, Cosby must understand his market. Why should Cosby sell pizzas? Is there a demand for pizzas? And how is he going to, what type of pizzas do the people want? How is he going to prepare the pizza? So Cosby will do all that market research with the customers and then set up his pizza joint. But with time, Cosby would want to also improve efficiency of his pizza joint. So he will introduce technology in there. And with the help of technology, he would, let's say, have a point of sale system. He could have television screens within his pizza hub where people could come and read the menu of the pizza instead of looking into a menu. So Cosby would bring in various technologies to make his pizza joint much efficient and deliver services much faster to the customers. With that in place, Cosby is making a lot of profits and decides to open more pizza joints across the country. So currently, Cosby has close to 50 pizza joints, and this is about, let's say, 2010, 2012, thereabout. And he realizes that his customers are looking for better experiences, faster service. His customers don't want to just walk into the shop anymore to buy pizza. They want to sit at the comfort of their homes and order their pizza. So then what does Cosby do? Cosby would jump on platforms like Uber Eats, Bolt Foods, and make his product available to the customer. So now Cosby is leveraging third-party platforms to increase his reach and efficiency and ensure that his customers are served quickly and in real time. With time, Cosby gains more profits, increases the business share, starts selling franchises, and opens more restaurants. And realizes, okay, with the vastness of his business, he should now, let's say, build a platform bespoke for his over 1 million customers, of which 100,000 order pizza from him daily. He wants to give them a different experience, a unique one, which maybe they would not get on Uber Eats or Bolt Foods. So Cosby then commissions the build of, let's say, a mobile platform just for Cosby's pizzas. And from this mobile platform, they could purchase pizza real time, leave reviews, and also get updates, in-app updates on the new kinds of pizzas or menus that Cosby is rolling out. So this has been the story of most businesses. So banks are also having same experiences where from traditional loans, where people walk into banks, now from the comfort of our homes, we can request for a loan, we can buy a savings product, we can do so many other things because of technology. So technology came initially to improve the back office processes. Now, technology is being leveraged extensively to improve customer experience. And for us to be able to give customers the best of experience, the role that has become very critical and of great importance in delivering these digital platforms and creating these hybrid products for traditional non-technology business is the product management role. So here, this interface will have the product manager. But I would like to focus mainly on the digital product manager because there would be other forms of product managers. We could have product managers selling medical devices, product managers selling, managing vehicle products and stuff. And that's their scope of work will differ significantly from that of the digital product manager, who would consistently have to interact with the customers to gain feedback, look for the best in technology, that like mobile technology, AI, virtual reality, that will provide the best of customer experience. But whilst doing this, they must also understand their business very well. What is their business strategy? What's the vision, the strategy? What do we seek to achieve? How do we align our product strategy to our business strategy? And this complex matrix is where the product manager sits, and where digital product management as an evolving field has come to feel to ensure that businesses don't spend so much on their software product or on their digital transformation and deliver products that customers don't love. So this is the story of Mr. Cosby, and same for a lot of other businesses out there undergoing digital transformation. So based on Mr. Cosby's story, we could give some reasons why the digital product manager role is in high demand. So the ever-expanding digital landscape with the new technologies that are coming in, virtual reality, AI, which is the new kid on the block, being built into every device out there. Digital transformations where many industries are undergoing or are adopting a technology to improve their efficiency, customer experience, and overall business performance. So digital product managers play a very crucial role in the success of our digital transformations. Data shows that over 70 to 80% of digital transformations fail, and partly due to the absence of the product management capability within organizations. Hence, this role is of great importance, and it's good we are here today to learn more about the role and how we can be future ready to take advantage of the opportunities in the product management landscape. Also, the rising importance of user experience. Customers are very demanding now. Customers want faster service. Customers want the best of experience. And if you're a business bank, you have a mobile platform which is not providing the best of experience, which is going off and on, which is not stable, which users can't access easily, you face a challenge of losing your customers due to poor user experience. And the need to take data-driven decisions. So restaurants like that of Mr. Cosby could leverage on data from, let's say, Uber and Bolt to know which areas are ordering more food from them, where are majority of people taking Uber from, the people who access the Uber platform, where are they coming from to purchase pizza from, let's say, Cosby's Pizza. All these data can be leveraged to help Mr. Cosby determine where he would set up his new pizza joint within the country. So these are some reasons that are leading to an increase in digital, in the need for product managers. If there are any other reasons that you are aware of, please feel free, type it in the chat, and let's share the knowledge on the increasing need for the product manager role. So this data from Glassdoor, one of the authorities or best source of knowledge or about working conditions within mainly the UK and the US market, providing real-time insights on roles and where are the best companies to work and where are the best places, roles to go into. So in the US market for 2022, the product manager role is 10th on the list, and that's very significant. Prior to the pandemic, it wasn't even on this list, but due to the speed or increase in transformations, product manager roles are coming up fast on the best jobs. In the UK market, as at 2022, product manager role is on number 3. And with the increasing demand, it's likely we would be moving, product management will be moving up the ladder and also gaining traction in other markets due to digital transformation that's currently ongoing. So with a good understanding of what product management is and the demand for it, let's do some technical aspects, some roles and responsibilities, and how the product manager contributes to the adoption of digital platforms. So traditionally, every product would go through these phases. There will be an introductory phase, there will be a growth phase, there will be a maturity and a decline phase. And if some products will not have this perfect curve, others would grow slightly and fall off, others would decline totally. But this is the expected, every business would expect its products to go through these phases. With time, at the maturity phase, there's two options. You either decline or you continue to grow. And you need the product management capabilities to ensure that your product remains on the right trajectory. An example, let's say the Apple phone, which would have gone through an introductory phase, introduced to the market. Some innovators will adopt, they will continue tweaking it and releasing new versions of the iPhone. And at its maturity stage, we keep seeing new versions of Apple coming up. Apple keeps adding new apps and new features to their phone to ensure that the users keep coming back and keep purchasing their app. Another product that went through these phases is the iPod, also from Apple. It came through the introductory phase, it grew extensively, it's matured, and its services were incorporated into the iPhone. So at a point, the iPod started to decline. And here also, there are activities the product manager performs when products are declining. So products would have to go through these phases, and it's the product manager's role to ensure that as the product matures, their best practices are put in place to ensure that we extend its life. Also, when we introduce a product into the market, there are certain activities that the product manager must also perform to ensure that we keep adding new features, we keep growing the product. So, prior to introducing a product into the market, we have what we call the discovery phase, where a lot of research is done on the market, on the viability of the product, what's the market size, what's the problem, who are we delivering for, what's the size of the market, how are you going to make money from the product, and so on and so forth. And as we introduce the product into the market, discovery goes on. But depending on the nature of the product, would have to put in the right practices to ensure that we are building customer-centric products. So due to the evolution of products or software development and the adoption rate of software platforms, the agile ways of development was introduced through various methodologies such as Scrum, Kanban, Lean development, DevOps, XP practices. And the agile product management practices led to the creation of the Agile Manifesto in 2001. So agile ways of building products are very peculiar to software products, but these practices have also evolved and are used in other professions and industries. So there's a lot of conversations around how we can embed agile practices in other spaces. But today we'll focus on its evolution and how it's impacting digital product management. So for digital products, we would want to build products that customers love. And traditionally, if we go through the phases of, let's say, requirements gathering, design, before we implement, what will happen is that discovery or research for the product currently being built would have stopped when we move into implementation. Then the product will be built and then sent to market. We've realized that using this approach, by the time products are released into the market, the customers would have moved on. Other products would have come that the customer would prefer, or the customer would have come up with different ways of solving their current problems. Hence, the need to adopt an agile approach to the delivery. So in adopting an agile approach to the delivery, we are ensuring that requirement gathering and design is a continuous process. It's not a one-time event. Implementation is a continuous process. Then continuously we are testing and verifying and then moving this product to market. In the car industry or the vehicle industry, where models of cars were released, let's say, every year, and then it would be a new model will be released every other year. This approach of gathering the requirements, designing and implementing works best. Hence, the waterfall approach to building the hardware, the car, it works. But now most cars are having electronic systems, have softwares inbuilt into them. And these softwares are dated real time. Our phones were analog. Now we have digital phones that we use. And these changes have happened, but we might not have taken cognizance of them, but it's very significant changes. So now you could update the software in your Tesla car. You can update the software on your iPhone. And these are hybrid products, the hardware with the software. Hence, even in the build of hardware products, there's a need to even use an agile approach to ensure that the softwares that we're building into these products are consistently updated and are giving the users the best of experience. So product management role leverages on agile ways of working. And that's what we call there's continuous discovery. So there's continuous product development. Continuously, as we release products into the market, there's customer support and analytics. And the way we market and sell digital products is also unique. We need skills in digital marketing. We need to understand influencer marketing, email marketing, all those things in the digital space to complement the existing ways we build we roll out traditional products. So to ensure that our digital products go through the introduction phase, the growth and maturity phase, consistently, we should be practicing discovery at every stage. We should be practicing delivery at every stage. We should be practicing its operation, gathering the data, and consistently interacting with the customers via various channels to ensure that we extend the product life cycle of our product. So traditional product development management or project management would be phase-gated, but with digital product management, we are looking at an iterative approach which takes into consideration the following aspects. There's continuous discovery, continuous development, continuous customer support, and marketing and sales. And to do that, these are the tools that product managers will be leveraging on in discovery. We have tools like AHA with templates to craft your strategy or roadmaps, Typeform for data, for surveys and gathering of data. In product development, we have a lot of DevOps tools that are in existence, and new ones are coming up to enable the product manager perform better. When you roll out your digital products and customers are assessing it, we need to provide them customer support. We need to gather analytics on it. Why are customers dropping off? What are customers using? Which features are customers using the most on our products? And based on this data, we are able to make inputs into our product backlog. In the marketing and sales space also, there are lots of tools that the product manager would leverage on. So the product manager role, it's a big one. It's quite extensive, so many tools. And with digital transformations and businesses adopting digital products, there's a need for us to consistently update our knowledge in this space as product managers. Myself, I keep learning new things every day, and it's a great journey and a good experience for me, broadening my knowledge in product management. So in a startup environment, we could have a product manager looking at all these phases. So you have a startup, a small team of about 7 development team. You have your UI UX designer, your front end, back end, all these people working together with you. So you have the product manager sitting in a Scrum team and could perform the dual role of the product manager and the product owner. So in this case, the startup could be solving a single problem pertaining to a single customer and would not need an extensive team. Would want to build a minimum lovable product that the customer would pay us for. If we are able to verify our product and we build something that the customer loves and will give us money, value for the customer and revenue in return, we can start increasing the teams and looking at other segments of customers along that value chain. So when the teams start increasing, that's where the complexities come in, and it becomes a challenge for the product manager to look into all these spaces and wear all these 4 hats and try to manage all these spaces. In some cases, it's very challenging. Hence, due to the advancements in product development, due to the advancements, there are a lot of roles that are coming up now that are help supporting the product manager in delivering on their promise to the customer. So one of such roles is the product designer or the UI UX, who specializes in user design, just a second. Who specializes in user design to ensure that and ensures that we build customer-centric products. So the product designer focusing heavily on the customer experience. So they do product research on the markets and then come up with these UI UX designs, these nice interfaces that we all love to see in our digital products. Then we have the role of the product owner, who is focused more on the development aspect, where they help in communicating the needs of the customer to the development team. So they are the voice of the customer in the development team, and they communicate the product vision. They manage the product backlog through prioritizations, enabling the team to estimate capacity and velocity, tracking the delivery of value consistently to the customer. It also should be good in stakeholder communication, because through the agile events, they will be constantly communicating with their stakeholders and giving updates on how well the products are being built, what's in the backlog, and what's to come. Another role which is fast gaining traction is the product analyst role, who could come from either a data analysis background, or you could study from scratch and just focus on data with relation to products build. So there are tools that enable the product analyst in doing their work, like Amplitude, Google Analytics, and so on and so forth, that they would leverage on to understand how customers are using their products. Though they focus heavily on the customer support and analytics aspect, you could see the product analyst also partnering with the product designer in market research to gather insights and also influence what the product owner would take into their backlog. See also the product analyst working with marketing and sales, gathering insights and providing feedback on the best funnels that it could be leveraged on to build their digital products. Another role that's gaining traction is the product marketer. Focuses on the market segments for which the product is being developed, has to be a good storyteller and create compelling contents that would attract the customer. They have to have analytic skills and also digital marketing capabilities. So the digital marketing will not just be social media, but we're looking at email marketing and other innovative forms of marketing that are coming up that the product marketer must learn and understand to ensure that they are able to gain the needed traction for their digital products. So these roles come in to complement or help the product manager in the delivery of their overall role, which is to look at all these various aspects. Hence, in an enterprise, the product manager now tends to think more strategically. They are looking at the bigger picture. Strategy. What do we seek to achieve with this strategy? What's the product vision? What's the product strategy? What's the roadmap? How are we releasing the products to market? And then they provide leadership to the product designer in market research. They provide leadership to the product owner in managing their backlog. Provide leadership and guidance to the product analyst in gathering the right metrics. So how are we creating awareness? How are we creating activations, positions of our customers? How are we retaining our customers? What metrics are we measuring at each stage? Product managers work closely with the product analyst to ensure that the right metrics are tracked. And they also give guidance to the product marketer on which features, what are our strong or unique selling points? How should you communicate? This is what we think are unique to the customer. And then the product marketer uses those unique selling points to create the needed content. Also, product marketers would provide feedback to product managers on what customers are seeing on the markets and what the new trends that are coming up. So it's a dual road. Product managers provide leadership to all these roles and also take feedback from them to be able to impact or drive the strategy of the product, craft the appropriate roadmaps, and then lead their cross-functional teams. So these are the roles that we're seeing coming up in the product management space due to the growing adoption of the role within enterprises or existing traditional non-technology businesses or non-technology businesses. So career path for a product manager could be from a startup where you go in straight as a product manager and product owner for the startup. Doing your research, influencing the development teams in their delivery, rolling the product out to market, and then ensuring that you provide the customers the best of experience and support. If the team grows, you could have multiple product owners working on various aspects of the system. So in some settings, you have a product manager that's leading, providing leadership to multiple product owners. And there could be multiple products within or various products or different products within the business. And we'll have various product managers sitting, managing those products with their product owners. So this is one way you could see the product owner coming in or increasing in a number within an organization. Also, we could have the product designer and product analyst also taking a similar path as the product owner and then grow into a product manager role. So you could start as a UI UX designer and grow into a product manager role. In some cases, I've seen UI UX designers evolving into product owners before going into product management. You could see data analysts focusing on understanding product development, leveraging on tools to gather the needed data on products. Gradually, they could also branch into product ownership or move up into product management. But as they move up into product management, they need to get a good understanding of the various dimensions, the discovery phase, the development phase, the operation, and the marketing phase, and consistently drive all these aspects to ensure that they maintain the growth of their products. If there are any other roles that you've heard about in the product management space, apart from these three, please feel free to write them in the chats and let's see how they align with what we're sharing. So the product manager could further grow within the organization as the product expands to be a senior product manager, a chief product manager, and possibly based on their leadership skills and understanding of strategy, move into the CEO-ship. And there's a lot of use cases like that of Google CEO, came in as a product manager and grew into the CEO role within the organization. So this is the trajectory that we are seeing for product managers going into the future. And in some markets, it could differ. We could have VP for product management, senior product managers, different roles, but they all take a similar path or route in their career growth. So these are some trends I looked at yesterday on LinkedIn. So worldwide, we have 555 roles currently on LinkedIn for product management. And I just tried another approach where I typed in product manager. We had 30,132. So mind you, this could include product managers from selling other products instead of building and managing software products. Also, we have product management in the UK market. We have 2,229 product management roles. Worldwide, we had 7,624 product owner roles that were live worldwide. In the product analyst role in UK, we have 3,082. And worldwide, we had 3,578, meaning the product analyst role is fast growing within the UK market. And hence, you don't see a lot of it in the worldwide market. But with the trajectory that we're seeing, there's going to be an increase in other markets with time. And these are all to validate the points that there's growth within the space and there's a high demand for those roles. Other trends we see are the need for technical product managers. These are usually people with software backgrounds. They come in, or software developers who understand these DevOps practices, who want to go into product management. And so they are best positioned to guide product owners in delivery of their solutions. So you could see companies recruiting technical product managers. We also have platform-specific and industry-specific PM roles. So there's a lot of technology now within the finance space, within the health space, within the insurance space, and it's very difficult for one person to get to know it all. So there are people who are specializing in specific industries. So you could get a request for a role where we want someone with a finance experience, someone with an experience who has with building health products. Hence, what this does is these people come on and have a good understanding of the regulatory environment, the existing technologies, the integrations that are possible, and are able to influence the build of those products. You also have specialization roles like AI product managers, VR and virtual reality product managers. So there are a lot of, the role is fast evolving and requires a lot of learning. Can't learn it all, but you can pick a path, a trajectory that best suits your interests, and you grow in it. So it's a good way for us to also take advantage of the digital scape, of the fast growing digital transformation or digital environment. If you are not a developer, product management is, or you're a developer who is not, who wants to transition into more business roles, product management helps because it puts you right within the thick of things to understand the business, the technology, and the customer, and you would remain relevant in the business for a long while because the expertise, it's more like, in some parlance, they describe the product manager as a mini CEO. So a big company would, as a CEO, you would have to look at all these facets, your strategy, the market, how do you develop your products, how do you send it out, how do you operate your marketing, your sales. That's what a CEO does. And that's what a PM does for a product. So I hope in the past 30 minutes, I've been able to give a good clarity on the role of the product manager and how it's evolving very fast and how we can take advantage of this opportunity, even with our non-technical backgrounds, go into product management and build a career and take advantage of the digital future that beckons. Thank you for your attention and sharing within the chats. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Daniel. That was a very good one. There are a couple of questions in the Q&A chat that we can look at. I would want you to take the one from Abdul first. He says the speaker talks about Agile. Please, if you could explain what is Agile and what does it entail? Before we come to David's own. David's own is a series, and I think they're all connected. So let's take Abdul's first, then come. Yeah.
Okay. So the topic on Agile, it's quite a broad one, and I'll try and simplify it. I'll say Agile is basically the new mindset and culture that enables transformations, or that enables us to work well within the digital age. How do we exemplify, how do we show this new culture and mindset? There are frameworks and practices like Scrum, Kanban, Skilled Agile Framework that comes with roles, practices, artifacts, events that we practice within either a team or within large number of teams. And so the Skilled Agile Framework works for large number of teams, Scrum as a framework for single teams, and traditionally used within software development, but we've seen applications in other aspects of the business like marketing, sales, human resource, leveraging on these practices. So these practices would enable us build exemplify its values and principles. So Agile has 4 values and 12 principles. And as the frameworks that enable us to be able to show these values and principles serve as the basis. So when you take advantage of these Agile frameworks, which there are trainings available at Lit4, you are able to build that Agile mindset, exemplify the values and principles, and then as an organization, as a team, you start to exemplify the new mindset and culture. And some of the mindsets, it's being more customer-centric. Agile enables you to focus highly on the customer. It enables you to deliver iteratively. So we focus on, there's increased focus because we are looking at a very small aspect of the bigger picture. We deliver on it, we see the value, and we keep adding. So it's an iterative approach to running your business or delivering products, increases focus, make us more customer centric. It brings innovation into the business. It enables virtual working. So there's so much Agile does. And in a nutshell, I'll say this is a description of it. It's a journey, and as product managers, you can't perform your role effectively without a good understanding of agility. Yeah, thanks. I hope that was good enough, Carlos.
Yeah, that was a good summary, because if you want to go into Agile, we might as well spend the whole day here talking Agile, or even days. Yes, but maybe Abdul can tell us if he has got a better understanding or insight into Agile. Let's take David. Okay, so let me read through David's questions. And he has given the reason why he asked this question. So David says, as a business analyst who works in an IT and digital department of a company, wants to transition into product manager or product owner, what training is required to help the BA write technical user stories that the development team use for building new features and products? And what training will help the BA transition to product manager or product owner with technical knowledge? Yeah, I think after that, we'll take the next question. I don't want to bundle that. So, okay, no, this is just an add-on. So it says, please, that my team is responsible for my company's web or mobile apps. Our development team is outsourced to an offshore company. So just giving some perspective on his role. Yeah. So the main question, what training is required to help the BA write technical user stories that the development team use for building new features and products? And what training will help the BA transition to product manager or product owner with technical knowledge? Yeah.
Okay. So with what David is asking, it lies in the product owner domain, where we focused on product development. So the PO would be a training on product ownership would give you the skill to help manage the backlog. So and write in great user stories that the development team would use. And the product owner would be focused on planning with the team, would be focused on managing the product backlog, prioritization, estimations, user story creation, and also communicating to stakeholders what is being delivered. We've seen the trend where BAs are fast transitioning into the product owner role. So let's say in an organization where you outsource your delivery, you'd realize that the BA will do a lot of work gathering the requirements and then giving it to the offshore team to build. What then happens is the offshore team will have a product owner who would take these requirements, reprioritize it, and then the team would deliver iteratively. The company and the business analyst would then receive the built product, review it, and then monitor it as it's being delivered, as it's providing the services to the customers. So there are unique cases that in the cases where you have the business building internally, the dynamics also changes for the business analyst. That's where in most cases you see the business analyst could become redundant because the product owner is right there also gathering the requirements themselves and working with the development team. So the business analyst could learn the roles of and understand the product owner roles and also migrate into product ownership through the product owner training, and then provide that guidance to the a development team. From my perspective, I think that here it stands a good chance of transitioning into the product owner role because already they have a good understanding of the business and the existing processes. And when they get a good understanding of how to write user stories and the technical requirements, the non-functional and non-functional, they stand a good chance of being able to translate this into forms that the developer will understand. So think in a nutshell, one, product owner training, two, business analysts within organizations that are building software internally should look at first adopting this capability so that they still remain relevant within their businesses. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, very well. Let's take two more questions, or three actually. There are three more. We have 5 minutes or about 6 minutes more. So Hannah says, I'm a public health nurse with a PMP certification. How do I navigate through the job market with this certificate? Again, can I use my BSc to opt for a master's degree in AI software engineering course abroad?
Okay. So I think this is a very broad question and would require a one-on-one to tailor the answer to Hannah. So Hannah, please reach out to the LIT team via our website, or if you are in any of our groups, just look for the admin handle and reach out. We will provide further guidance. But yes, there's opportunities for I've seen nurses moving into product development, and you could, with your good understanding of health and also how to manage projects, you can easily also transitioning into product management when you acquire the needed skills, and also focus on the health tech space. It's also a very fast growing space with your background. So there's opportunity for product management for irrespective of your background, because every industry is adopting one form of technology or the other. Hence, will require product managers to help them build the right customer-centric products. Else, they run the risk of building products the customer wouldn't use. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Joshua says, what are your thoughts on the MarTech CRM industry? How would you advise to enter that industry as a PM? He's asking this because he says, I'm a marketer with over 6 years of experience, and I'm transitioning into product management.
Okay. Yeah. So as shared earlier, one of the unique roles that's also coming out within the space is the product marketer. And why? Because digital products are innovations, and innovation marketing is different from traditional marketing. There's a need to craft a compelling statement. There's a need to have a research mindset to consistently understand the customer. So you realize the product marketer should have a good understanding of product design, to have a good appreciation of how the product is being built and how to leverage on data. So as with your experience in marketing, using the existing channels, you could also go into product marketing, understand how to launch a digital product into market, and how to consistently support the product manager at every phase of growth of the product. Gradually, with a good understanding of product marketing, you could also then move into the product manager role, start working in the space for some time, getting a good understanding of the various other aspects, and the strategic thinking needed by the product manager. So background in marketing, one of the routes could be the product marketer role, but also you could use either the product owner role, or would you, depending on your background, if you want to use any of these routes to enter into product management, would your background would influence the length of time you would have to spend to learn, acquire the needed knowledge to work in that aspect. So there's the learning opportunities through LIT that are available. And when you contact us, we would let you know about our courses and when they run. And then you could start your journey with us into any of these routes in product management.
Okay, last two questions. One from Lola. How much difference is there between a delivery lead and a product manager?
Great. Good question, Lola. So a delivery lead would, I guess you've heard about the Scrum Master role, and then the in the Scrum team. So delivery lead would be in some cases an extension of the Scrum Master role, who is supervising various Scrum Masters within the build of the products. They could also leverage on their project management skills to also facilitate the rollout of the various products that are being built by the various teams. So delivery leads would be more technical leaning, looking at and working closely with the product manager to facilitate the various teams and also ensure that products are released timely into the market. So more on the technical aspects and focused on the release of the products. That space also, it's under the purview of the product manager, but they'll work hand in hand with the product manager to deliver this.
Okay. Then one more from Yao.
Welcome, Lola.
One more from Yao. It says, for a project planner who has worked mostly on railways, signaling projects, what would be the most appropriate route to exploit in the product management space?
So I think that same answer as in that of Yao. One can learn and enter through these various routes. Going straight into product management will be very daunting. There's a lot to learn under discovery, under development, under product analytics, under product marketing. Very daunting. But if you enter as a product designer, so you do some courses in UI UX based on your field. So if you are in railways, that's the transportation industry, the transportation space. There are a lot of solutions that are being built in there also. You have a good understanding of how things work within there. You could enter into any of these roles to enable the build of solutions for that market or any adjacent markets that are building products. And based on your interest, grow gradually into the product management role. That's why I advise, because if you try moving straight into product management, that was a long journey. But if we break that journey down, we could enter through product ownership, learn, develop, and then keep building up till we get into the role of product management. Yeah. So
okay,
every industry is building, and there's an opportunity there for you to learn. Yeah.
Great. I think that's all for the questions we have, and our time is actually up. So thank you all for. Okay, Lola has one last question. Can you use 1 minute to answer that, then we end the session?
Okay.
I'm an experienced researcher. How would transitioning look like for me?
Again, the question is?
I'm a user experience researcher. How would transitioning look like for me? Yeah.
So I'll say with the user researcher, you are already on the journey into product management, because in the product design aspect, we're looking at research and design. And so some would say, okay, I'm a UI UX person, I'm a UX person. Basically, you are building a product and gradually learning, mastering your field and understanding other facets of product management, as described, the discovery, development, operation, the market. If you understand all those aspects, you could improve upon your CV, create your portfolio. The user design portfolio is different from the product management portfolio. You create your portfolio, and then you could get roles within this space and keep using your research expertise to guide the strategy or the delivery for your product. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks to you all. Thank you all for joining the session. Happy New Year to you all, and hope to see you in our subsequent webinars and training sessions in the coming year. Daniel, you have a slide on the various courses that will be running early part of next year.
Okay.
Can you just
let me share quickly? That if you want to transition into product management, at least we have courses, certification courses that we've designed to enable you on that journey. So you have the digital product owner course happening the second week of January, second week of February, and second week of March. We have the product analyst course happening on the fourth week of each month. Then we have our digital product management course, which is a 4 weeks training twice a week, starting on 15th January and ending of 6th February. This is more for those who have experience or maybe would want to transition into full product management, which I usually would not advise, but it's quite detailed and extensive and looks at the various dimensions in product management. That's happening from 15th to 9th, and then later in the quarter also there'll be another session. Then we have the product discovery workshop. This is a hands-on workshop where we work on live products. We would focus more on the discovery aspect. What's the strategy for your product? What's the research? How do you conduct research in the market? And then how do you design the prototypes? That's the low fidelity and high fidelity prototypes. Put that into a product requirement document and then deliver to your stakeholders. This is a 3-week program, 3 times a week, 18 to 2000 hours. From the first would be from January to 15th to 2nd of February, and the next will be later in March. So these are the courses we have available. And if we want to transition into product management, reach out to us. We'll start the journey gradually. And it's a long journey, but a journey of 1,000 steps begin with you taking your first step. And you can take your first step with LIT, and we would grow with you, help you build your CV up, build your product portfolio, and then apply for roles within the product management space. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so thank you all once again. Thank you very much, and have a good day. See you later. Bye.